welcome back to the Citizen Channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. And yes, it's back. It's back. We've had the away program version of the match day home program watch, match day program watch. So we've had the away one. I hope you check that out, guys. Of course our first away game. And of course, we've got the home game version now, where we don't rate the magazine, the City programme. I can honestly say I'd probably give it a standard 6 out of 10. It's okay this season. I won't say it was any better perhaps than last season. There's a nice addition or two, which we'll talk about in a moment. But I would still be giving the City match day programme a 6 out of 10. So, yeah, we'll have a look at it. We're going to have a look at the Manchester City versus Bournemouth match day programme. 13th of August 2022. Please, if you are new to the channel, I'll try and inform and entertain where I can. So press that subscribe button, push the bell notification. All these vlogs are coming out. I do a live show on a Monday evening as well. You can join me and leave your comments. And please, if you can, give us a thumbs up. Make an old City fan very, very happy. Right, let's get on with this magazine, the Matchday Home programme, City versus Bournemouth. £4, guys. Yeah, it was. It rose 50p last season from £3 to £3.50, and now we're up to £4. And yes, I understand printing costs, everything's going up, but in this, they probably make a loss in it. I think they do make a loss on the programme. So, all right, make a little bit more of a loss. I mean, it just seems a shame because I think if it was a better programme, I probably wouldn't mind so much. I've just obviously done the West Ham programme on the away day programme, watching that rated about 7.5 out of 10. A lot more pages, same price, and London, so it should be more anyway. It's down London, so yeah, it's not stacking up very well at the moment. I'm a bit disappointed, I must admit. But anyway, that's what it is. £4 for 84 pages. It's a programme here. I say there'll be one little item I'm going to read out for you as a special thing. It's a slight change from last season as well. So we've got 23 pages of ads and promos, about 27%, which is towards the high end of that. And it's, as I said, up the 50p, which is, understandable, but a little bit of a shame in my opinion. Of course, everything's gone up, but we've got this everywhere, haven't we? Obviously we're all suffering, unfortunately. And interestingly enough, if you look at where you can get this, I subscribed last year through www.reachsportshop.com. And for 26 issues last year, it was £84.50, and now it's £97.50. So it's gone up £13. But if you're outside of the UK, it's still €65 and €80 for the rest of the world. So very interesting, obviously, as I say, but that's what it is. So I've not subscribed this year, even though you do actually save about 25p on the cover price if you do subscribe. So www.reachsportshop.com. Of course, on the cover, as we can see, we've got Haaland. And yes, very briefly running through what we've got from last season, we've of course got Pep. We've got a player feature, which today has Gundogan in, which is, of course, as the new captain, is quite appropriate. Kevin Cummins is back with his view of football and pop and music, of course. Head-to-head is KDB versus Solanke. A pretty uneven fight, that one, guys, that's for sure. And a very disappointing X in the City. They picked Danny Mills, really? Come on. Do these guys not know how this guy disrespects Manchester City? I'm absolutely shocked. I don't know if any of the guys who put these magazines together are watching this, but come on, he can't stand us. And obviously this guy hasn't done this for the love of it, has he? Let's be honest about it. So I'm shocked that Danny Mills is included. I won't say I was disgusted, but I'm shocked that, all right, he's an ex-player, but so what? He's done nothing but it's disparaging about our wonderful club, so I've no time for him, and it's certainly something I wouldn't have read in a million years. I've no interest in Danny Mills City. Be careful who you put in your programmes, please. The quiz is there. City Kids is 2 pages of puzzles, which is always nice. Of course, Dr. Gary James, I'm sure we'll touch on him with excerpts in the coming weeks and months, and he's obviously looking at tours abroad with his feature, which is a nice touch. And he's also asking guys, if you follow him on Twitter or Facebook, just for ideas as well, just what you want to see in there. So get onto him and give him your ideas. There's the usual City Women, City Under-18s, EDS, and Buzzer. Yeah, Buzzer's still around. Newish, double agents. It's not really new. It's just looking at players who played for both. So it's called double agents. It's a new title, but we've had stuff like this before. And this issue it covers Kevin Reeves, who played for Bournemouth and City. New as matchmaker, that's an okay thing. It picks out 10 standout games, not necessarily for City. So obviously in this instance, it's got Riyad Mahrez, so it includes games he played for Leicester and games he also played for City. So it's all right, it's fine. We love you, Cities, basically. Yeah, stuff that's been done before. Shout outs to the fans and mentions and etc. etc. And very new. Yes, the best thing, and I'm going to come back to this in a few moments, is Big Blue. We all know Marc McCarthy, very, very well known on social media. He's the new columnist. He gets a couple of pages. His Twitter is at MarcMMMAC, of course, if you don't already follow him. Most of you do. And his column's called Kitted Out. So, yeah, it looks obviously, we know with his shirts, we know he goes all over the country watching City as well, but obviously very well known for his City match-worn shirts, of course. So I'll go back for that in just a moment before we finish off. The away team, the away team coverage is pretty weak. Only 4 pages on Bournemouth, which, if you'd like to know a little bit more about your opposition, it's a bit feeble from City. And there's 2 pages of images and comments on the last meeting, of course, which was the 15th of July 2020 in the Premier League. The last meeting in the Premier League. We've had a Carabao Cup game since then. On the City 2 Bournemouth 1 on the 15th of July 2020. So there you go. So that's basically the magazine, plus bits and pieces, of course. But back to Marc McCarthy before we go, and Kitted Out, his article entitled Kitted Out. So I'm just going to read you a little excerpt, just a taster for what we get in this programme. And you know what it's about when I start to read it. When City ran out on Main Road on Sunday, October the 16th, 1986, a bit of a blow in that first paragraph. It was October the 26th, 1986. I'm sure it's not Marc's fault. Obviously, an error somewhere, and someone's not picked it up. Obviously, but as far as that, I've got the programme there, and I'm fairly sure it was the 26th of October. I've checked a couple of things, and obviously the programme says the 26th. So unless we played it 10 days earlier, and I've forgot. A bit of an error on the spell. I'm not the spell checker on the editing side there, but I'm sure it wasn't Marc McCarthy's fault. Well, not great, is it? A few words in, but we'll live with that, of course. The first ever televised Manchester derby, Umbro will produce a one-off home shirt which featured a larger Philips sponsor across the chest compared to the smaller versions being worn at the time. Yeah, I don't have any Philips shirts. The idea was that the larger font would attract better visibility for the new TV audience who had sat down to watch a Manchester derby live on their TV screens for the very first time. It'd been a turbulent start to the season for City, with manager Billy McNeill surprisingly leaving the club to join Villa. Swine. In September, his replacement Jimmy Frizzell would act quickly to build the squad with debuts in the derby for John Gidman and Tony Grealish. And Imre Varadi making his Main Road bow. Youth team skipper Steve Redmond will start up front for City, while former Main Road favourite Peter Barnes appeared in the red of United. Although it wouldn't be long before he donned the blue of City again when he returned to the club on a free transfer the following January. The shirt itself has become a real holy grail for City collectors. It was rumoured that just one set of shirts were produced, with the larger sponsor Philips. City's second ever shirt sponsor, of course, following Saab a few seasons before. I'd never seen one in any other collection or for sale when I was contacted out of the blue by a shirt collector who had unearthed one in Australia, of all places. With the deal quickly agreed, that's the best way for us collectors, Marc tells us. I got the shirt secured into my collection. I then faced an anxious wait for it to land from down under, but I was delighted when it finally arrived. And he shows there'll be an image up on screen, guys. Yeah, this number 12 shirt, which is fully signed by the 1986-87 first team squad, was worn by Ian Brightwell on the day after he replaced new signing Tony Grealish, who had been booked and had also run himself into the ground while clearly lacking a little match fitness. So there you go, just an excerpt from Kitted Out, and a superb edition, of course, to the City. As I said, as far as the magazine itself, City Progress, I won't say it's much better than last year, but that certainly helps. That certainly helps make it more readable. The Marc McCarthy, of course, he's on Twitter. You got to follow him at Twitter, guys, at MarcMMMAC. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know your comments. You get the programmes, etc. And of course, these will they probably still be available at the City Shop. I'm not checked. No doubt they should be, as in most clubs. I will keep an eye on that for the future, guys. As I say, they'll be a little bit more expensive on the internet at the moment. So, say, especially for the first game of the season as well. And as I've mentioned in my memorabilia things, the price of City stuff, if you go on the internet now and buy stuff, is increasing all the time. Purely because City are becoming a more popular team and more people are interested in buying stuff to do with City. Simple as that. For this small club, we're doing okay, aren't we? So there you go. £4 for this. The McCarthy column, a superb edition. And that was a great piece for his first article. So more the merry. Hope I'm not. I did contact him. I didn't ask him whether this was every issue. I assume it's going to be, but we'll see anyway, won't we, over the coming time. So there you go. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let me know your comments. Did you collect that? I know there's a couple out here. One of my regulars who collect these programs, and let me know what you think. Do you think it's improved? I would give it a 6 out of 10, which I'd probably give every program this season, unless they change it. So let me know if you think I'm being a bit mean there. That's my standard. That's my standard score. So if you think it's brilliant or you think it's even worse than that, just let me know anyway, guys. And let me know what you think about the price rise. As I said, understandable, but a bit disappointing for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.